hour or something.
Yeah, or even if you've logged on as well. Probably, even if you just logged onto the site and things like that. Especially if someone thinks they've got a problem or whatever and stuff like that. I mean, you can treat it as like like an house alarm where you can, if your alarm's gone off on your phone or something like that.
Yeah.
It triggers automatically somebody else's phone. Triggers your phone automatically sometimes, doesn't it? Maybe you could like a similar warning system, like to like the person's number they've put it to.
Okay.
That'd be a barrier to have in place, actually. That's just another. You give me a little idea there to speak through GA. I mean, like I say, a lot of us have like phone lists and stuff like that, and I tell people to like give us a call or something if you're struggling or things like that, or WhatsApp groups where we can message in and things like that. So give me another little idea where
another support mechanism in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like say a bit like if your house alarm's going off or something. If someone puts in like a contact number, I mean, who has a problem gambling and you're trying to access a gambling site and it comes up on somebody's phone, then that person might be able to reach out to them. It's just me making ideas up as I go along here. Sorry.
No, that all sounds great. I mean, that's what we like. Like, it's great to have people like you, the ideas coming from people like you, because you've known what it was like. So thinking more to say someone's logged onto a gambling website they were receiving pop-ups or messages, when are key times in their activity that it would be good to send pop-ups and messages?
As in like timescales and things like that?
So timescales, or are there key times, for example, like you mentioned, when they logged on, when they placed a bet, maybe?
Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably have algorithms and stuff, and what time, I mean, have similar. You probably, like I say, going back to the point where we had like share as much data as you want and gives them the log on, log in info and things like that. Maybe, I don't know, it might be able to pick up like times where they're doing it a bit heavier in a certain point of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that kind of respect, and might be able to do pop-up messages then, probably when they're at the most vulnerable with it and stuff like that. I knew when I was at my most vulnerable, it was like early hours of the morning and silly o'clock and stuff like that, and there's always at points of the day where I was like on my own and things, so maybe after, I know obviously timescales be a big point of call, but maybe something that triggers like unexplained behaviour when they're gambling. It might be in a set routine where they gamble normally, but then all of a sudden they might be like a point in time where they've gone crazy for half an hour, 45 minutes, and maybe like a warning pop-up time then, if you know what I mean. Something that's probably out of sync with the character of their usual gambling history.
Right, to let them know a bit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is out of character.
Okay.
I mean, it's similar to like when you have like a bit of bank fraud on your account and stuff like that, I suppose.
To kind of make them aware of it. I see. What about, say we developed some software, we also developed educational materials. I mean, I don't know, do you have any particular educational materials about the consequences of gambling? Does Gamblers Anonymous have that kind of material?
There's that much literature I can get you for Gamblers Anonymous. If you, it's not educational, it's more like the 12-step programs and things like that. But there's other points as well, like how Gamblers Anonymous works and talking about behaviours and things and all that, like in Q&As and stuff like that. But you're talking to the guy who believes education is probably the best thing to help people choose and realise what they're gambling. I mean, take for instance schooling.
Yeah.
We teach about the dangers of drugs, teach about the dangers of alcohol, teach about the dangers of cigarettes, teach about the dangers of STIs, sex education, stuff like that lot. nothing about gambling. I mean, you turn when you hit 18 or 16, because you can buy scratch cards. When you hit 18, no one's taught you the dangers of gambling. You can see it all over social media and things and all that. Like, you think, oh yeah, this looks great and stuff like that. Once you hit 18, you're legally entitled to gamble. You're legally an adult, and you've not had no education into probably the dangers of it, so to speak. Even though you've had to talk about dangers of everything else that you could be addicted to, or like I say, addicted to drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, whatever, that could be harmful to your health. No education about gambling.
Okay, so you think it would be helpful to have education about gambling, at least in sixth form, for example?
Well, I'd go earlier. I mean, you see data lately where people like, these loot boxes. I don't know if you know about these, like e-gaming and stuff like that, loot boxes and stuff like that, which is like an encouragement to gamble, so to speak. And I'd go younger. I'd go 13, 14. They're aware of it. They're aware of it's around because gambling is normalised now. It is everywhere. And children will experiment and stuff like that. But I think it's absolutely crucial that it should be in place in some sort of form of education at schools. I think it should be mandatory.
Okay. Because it's different people come from backgrounds where betting's more not. You said from where you grew up, like betting was quite a normal part of your life.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, my granddad bet on horses. My dad does, and he still does now to this day. And now I kind of like followed in the footsteps, kind of thing. I mean, I think the different thing is now it's much more normalised. It's so much more accessible. I mean, I could walk into work on a Monday now. I mean, say for instance, sport, say football, and you go into somewhere on a Monday, and it's not talking about the football game and what you've seen and how good was that goal, how we played and all that lot. First conversation you'll have with somebody is, how did you accumulate to get on? Who did you have to bet on? Did you win? Did you lose? Gambling's normalised and it's here to stay now. It's just the way it is. People want to make it's 24/7 as well, and it's 24/7 for the reason because people want to do it.
It's become 24/7 with the online stuff.
I mean, everything's come 24/7 in the world. I think it's society as a whole on anything really. Pretty much everything's 24/7. I mean, look. I grew up in a day when shops used to be shut on a Sunday and everything used to be really quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not now. I mean, you can go out for meals, go out to the shops and stuff. The only sacred day you really have now is bloody Christmas Day, isn't it? Whereas, I mean, you can still go online and gamble then. You can still go online and buy stuff from the shops then. You know what I mean? I think as a whole society, everything's geared to I want it yesterday. I want it yesterday. I want it here now then, so to speak. Instead of like waiting and stuff like that. Everything's in a rush. Everything's got to be done quick, so to speak. And that's why I think gambling's exploded on the internet and stuff, because everyone wants to. No one's got time for anything anymore, so to speak.
I see. So that basically, people think I want to gamble 24/7, and I can.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So how would you feel about? What would you think about educational information being put on gambling operators' websites, so warning about the dangers of gambling, as there are on cigarette packets, warning about the dangers of cigarettes, for example?
Yeah, it can only be a good thing, like I say. I mean, you can only do so much. Like I say, that's another perfect thing, another good thing as well. I wouldn't just put it into the websites as well. I'll put it obviously in bookmakers and places like that as well, or casinos, or arcades and put it anywhere you can. Make it visual, make it easily accessible and things like that. I mean, people are still going to do it.